Hello and welcome to CEAZOR Snack Sandwich. Today we're taking a look at APWine. Now APWine is a future yield marketplace. So what does that mean? It's a place where you can basically sell your yield now, your future gains now. There's other things you can do here as well, but this is the main idea of this protocol. So I'm going to go through it with you. I've got a flowchart for you to show you how this thing kind of works. But the app is pretty good. It's nice and zippy. It's got a taste of this guy here, this elephant here. If you know what this elephant is, you'll understand what I mean. The site's pretty good. It's clean, it's crisp, it's fast. So basically it's a place where you can basically, deposit these tokens, right? And these are the APYs at the current place, right? And basically you can then sell this yield immediately, or you can sell your entire position immediately as well. But I'm going to show you with the flowchart and you'll understand what's going on. But I just wanted to show you this page to give you an idea of like what kind of tokens that they are supporting. And you can come in here and take a look at this and go a little bit deeper as well. So let's swing over to the flowchart and I'll explain to you how this baby works. Okay, so here we are on the flowchart and here we have Boosted Bill. And Boosted Bill has some CEAZOR tokens, but he wants to take his girlfriend out for a nice fine dining with some expensive bottle of wine to romance her, but he doesn't want to sell his CEAZOR tokens to do it. So instead he comes to APWine and he wants to sell his future yield on the CEAZOR token, okay? Now, so he takes his CEAZOR token and he deposits it into APWine. And it does say on the docs that it will be weekly or monthly, but maybe it's not weekly or monthly right now. Maybe in the future it will be. Maybe that'll change. I think governance will decide, or the team will decide the durations. But the point is he sticks it in there and he selects the time frame of which he thinks he wants to give up that APY for. And so let's say it's like weekly or monthly or whatever. So he sticks it in there and he gets back 2 tokens in return. Now, not 2 types of tokens. So he gets back what they call the principal token, which represents his original CEAZOR token that goes in there. And then future yield token, which is basically a representation of the yield that is supposed to accrue over the time frame that he has selected. Now, what do? They take this CEAZOR token and they stick it into Aave to create this future yield. Now, Boosted Bill here, Boosted Bill will already know where this token's going, because when he selects in the UI, he chooses which protocol he plans on using, that he wants that yield to be taken from. So it goes to Aave, but there are, like I said, all those other choices that I showed you that you could participate in, right? So you gotta kind of always go there, because these are obviously going to change as time goes by, right? So he sits the token in there, they stick the token into the yield source, start gaining yield. They give him back 2 types of tokens equal to his position plus his future yield. Now, on the other side, we have his brother, Bill. Bill does the same thing. He takes CEAZOR tokens, he puts it into APWine, he gets back those 2 types of tokens. But he doesn't want to wine and dine, he wants more money. He's a businessman. So what does he do is he takes his 2 types of tokens, his principal token and his future yield, and he supplies liquidity to the APWine of these 2 tokens. And then he takes that LP token and he stakes it for some APY governance tokens, right? Now, Boosted Bill can sell his future yield for principal tokens. So there's an LP here where he can sell those for future yield. Now, this pool starts off at 50-50, but through the balancer magic, it slowly changes its balance as time goes by to compensate for the future yield. As time passes, this future yield is like more predictable and so forth. So the balance of this pool needs to change. I don't really understand the math of it. You'll probably, if you're a math person, you can go into there and take a look at that and get a better understanding. But basically, he can sell his future yield for some principal tokens. Now he's not going to get exactly, like this market is discounting his future yield because that would be unfair if he would immediately get all of his future yield now. So this market discounts his future yield. So let's say he is owed, so let's say he put $100 in there and he got $10 worth of future yield tokens, and then he sold those future yield tokens, he might only get 5 principal tokens back, if you understand what I mean. So he puts in $100, he has $110 in a week, and then but he immediately sells it and only gets $105. Okay, now there are of course trading fees as well inside this pool. Now the next part, these principal tokens are useless to dollar bill because the restaurant does not take these principal tokens. So then we have dollar bill's other option, and he can take his CEAZOR token with the APY here, the AP future yield token, and the principal token, and he can supply it to this liquidity pool, right? Now there's going to be a zap feature where he can, immediately take this and just zap into here, so he doesn't have to do this first step and try to balance out these yield tokens and so forth. He can just immediately zap in. Now, again, he can stake it for more APY token governance tokens. Now, Boosted Bill can sell his principal token for his original token. Now, this pool is like discounted due to this discount as well. So that's how he will end up with, his $10 or whatever he should have gotten, or $5, and then he can buy his wife, his girlfriend, that nice dinner with his $5 worth of CEAZOR tokens. Now, one more actor can come into play here, and that can be the bull. So maybe this guy is super bullish on one of these protocols, APYs. For some reason, maybe he thinks one of his whale friends are going to borrow a whole bunch of tokens, or he decides that he knows something, or he predicts something that these APYs are going to go much higher than they currently are. So he can just take his CEAZOR tokens, right? And he can just buy this future yield token and hold it. And then at the end of the time period, he can sell that future yield token for the underlying asset back to his get some more CEAZOR tokens. So this is the basic system that how it works. The most confusing part are these LP tokens and how they actually mathematically reduce the value or discount his future yield currently. I can't explain it because I don't completely understand it myself, but I think you kind of understand what's going on here, and you can go and check it out if you have some time. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.